So I was looking at which one? Let's see. I was looking at 15. I said that if you watch movies, most of the times you'd hear doctors telling nurses to actually inject uh, the person who is maybe shouting and all that. They would ask the nurse to actually inject that person with something. So that's something that the person is injected with is what we call a sedative. A sedative. That's a thing. So you're supposed to be aware of that. So let's go to the next one. So a situation where some people are tempted to try out substances is referred to as, so a situation where someone attempts to try out substances. They just here there's a certain they have a friend who behaves in a certain way. Then they ask their friend, why do you not have fear when talking to ladies? Or why do you not have fear when you're talking to people? Then their friend will be like, there's this like a thing that I actually take mostly before I stand before people or before I talk to ladies. Then what will the other person do? They'll be interested. Maybe nine ningashite bwanje. Ningaiseko nine. So meaning they are actually curious. That's 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 a thing. They're actually curious to take that drug so that they can actually see what impact it actually would have on them, because they definitely don't want to be shy when talking to um, to ladies. That's the thing. So curiosity, that's the thing. That's why they say curiosity killed the cat. The name a substance which was used in religious ceremonies for meditation and as aid to communicate with nature. So what substance was actually used? Kudala. And I think some people really take this the other way, such that um okay, some of these drugs are actually like uh gotten from plants, and they would actually have normal medical uses, but if they are abused, now that's something else. So for example, cocaine is used in hospitals and all that. They do use it, and people also abuse it. That's the thing. So Kudala, they were actually using heroin. That's the thing. They are using heroin because, of course, it's actually gotten from plants. That's the thing. So it was actually used for ceremonies in terms of meditation and as an aid to actually communicate with nature. Because, of course, if you're to communicate with nature, you should have something that actually came from nature. That's the only way in which you can actually communicate with nature. Then the Convention of the Rights of a Child, the Convention on the Rights of a Child acknowledges that a child has the right to be. So what rights does a child have? So is it to be counted, to be employed, to be inalienable, or to be registered? So what are or what is the right of a child. That's the thing. So for this one, it not only covers for children, but it actually progresses as one moves from childhood to being an adult. So as long as one is a child, they'll definitely grow into an adult. And if they grow into an adult and they decide to look for employment, as long as they're qualified, no one can actually deprive them of that of that of that job, as long as they are fully qualified. That's the thing. So meaning it was uh, built from the basics of childhood, that any child who grows into an adult and is looking for employment and they are qualified, or they have got the skills necessary for that job that they are doing, or that they want to do, or that they actually want, there's absolute no need for you to deny them the opportunity to work. So meaning for this one, now someone might actually think, but a child cannot work. So it's actually a progressive right. It's progressive. That's the thing. But in general, due to the fact that a child is a human being, they have a right to be actually employed, given that they actually meet the conditions that have been set by that company uh, for them to be actually employed. Then the second option or protocol to the International Convention of Civil and Political Rights. So you can actually see that this has got all to do with rights. So the second option or protocol to the International Convention on Civil and Political Rights aims at. So we definitely know that the first one had several rights and all that, but there was something about the society that was not sitting well with many people, and that's actually the death penalty. That's the thing. So this convention was actually meant to address the death penalty, and like you know, in most countries that are under the UN, the death penalty is not something that is mostly common. Death penalty is something that's mostly not common. That's the thing. So this was actually aimed at abolishing the death penalty. Then the Universal Declaration of Human Rights uh, was adopted by the United Nations on 10th December 1948 in Geneva. So how many articles are contained in this? That's the question. You've seen that there are so many questions that these guys bring on human rights. There are a lot of questions that these guys bring. So we definitely know that there were 30. 30. Those are the ones that were actually there.